Okay, welcome back, guys. Let's carry on from where we left off. So I'm going to go to a lower subdivision level for this. Under poly group, let's go back to this auto group by maxing, making sure symmetry is done. I think I'd like to max a bit more. So the max lasso, need to max out breaks. Let me turn on symmetry. Symmetry should be turned on for this. So I'll give that a separate poly group. Blow this out. With the move brush, I like to, blow this out some more. Okay. Smooth intensity is way too much. Okay, so let's work a bit more on the arms. Let's use just something for the arm in here that we can actually use. Uh, Looking for a female arm. I don't think there's much on here that I can actually use. This is mostly for a male. It's a male hand. I guess I just have to stick with this one. Though still, still very much similar to that of a male, so you shouldn't have so much issues. Except just making most of the shape a bit smoother and not too muscular. So I think we can actually work with this. Let's start with something more of a front, as a front, more of a front view to it. So I'm just going to use the move brush and move this out a bit more. So I'll push this out a bit more. Okay, not too much. You want to be careful not to do that too much. Then there's a muscle structure around here. So let's see. I'm going to use the dem standard brush. take down the intensity and block something on. Oh, I think we have turn off this lazy mouse for it. But we already blocked out the shape in there, so I think I'm just going to have to use a male characters instead. Just pretty much the same thing, but you don't want to go overboard on there. Let's do something with a straight arm to it. Looking for something a bit more simplified. Looking for a bit more simplified shape to it, just for the blocking out. I think we should just use this as a base. Let's just use this as a base first to kind of block things in. So I'm not going to be it as one single shape. So let's go like so, something like so. So I'm just going to use this to block in the shapes in there. Okay. So we have another shape that goes across like so. From the side like this. Is this purplish muscle in here that we're just kind of trying to recreate in here? So let's look for. I said this is the back part of it. So I would let's isolate this. So we know this purplish muscle in here is. You can see okay, you can see a separation in here around here already. Let me zoom in. This more or less like this greenish part around here. This is that separation we have in there. So I'm going to use this dem standard brush to just accentuate that and then get our separation in there. I see we're supposed to smooth this out though, but let's just carry on. So we'll continue kind of get this in here around here like so. All right. Maybe accentuate that a bit more. I'm still going to be smoothing all of those out though. But let's just get the major block out in there first. Right, so let's go to the back. So this should be this arm in here. So we have a muscle around here. So let's just kind of accentuate this a bit more. Then we have a muscle around here. Let me undo that. I'm not doing that correctly. Okay, let me undo that. I think I did that way too much. So let's block that in again like so. So something across here like this. So I'm not trying to be too intense on this. I'm just being quite gentle on it, as gentle as I can be. Okay. So this is the side arm now. This is the side arm around here. So let's block some more shape in there. We're still going to use our main reference though. But for now, let's just get a shape in here that comes to the front like this. So we have the elbow in here. There should be like an indentation around where the elbow should be. So let's just get that indentation. Turn off lazy mouse for this. So let's, okay, the shape you have in here. So this is this part now. I would like to do some block outs around here also. Just trying to figure out where the shape is. So no, them standard brush. Did I actually do anything in there? I'm not sure I did something in there. I think that's way too deep. I think I went too deep in there. But I think that should be fine. We'll just smooth that out. So let's just smooth that out a bit more. So it's not too deep. Let's get something that is towards the front a bit more. Yes, something like this is the front view. It should be like an indentation around here. I don't know why my PC is just lagging. I think I need to power it up. Let's just do a quick save first. Okay, so this is the other part. This is okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to do so much here. I definitely know there's something that goes. Think, smooth this out. Create an indentation around here. Here also. There's a muscle that goes around here, so let me just block this No, not doing that correctly. Let's get a closer view. Create an indentation around here like so. There's a mouse that goes around here. I'm not sure if I'm doing that correctly though. No, I'm not doing that correctly. It's more or less like, no, that doesn't look right. Let me leave that for now. Let me look for a better angle for this. Yes, it's a shape around the shape around here like this. Shape around here like so. If I don't go too extreme on that, I'll just leave this way it is for now. Then let's go to an actual reference image for the character. Okay, so let's use this to kind of finish up. I'm increasing the back view. So we already know that there's some muscle structure in here. So I'm going to elevate this out a bit more like so. Let's go one subdivision level higher on this. So you can see what are actually blocked in. No. Now use the clay build-up brush and just fill this part up some more. Now smooth that down. I need to fix something up here, so I'm just going to do something like so and smooth that down a bit more. Smooth that down. The shape here does not look right. Shape here doesn't look right, so let's try and fix that. Smooth that down. Let me use the clay build-up brush instead. Create an indentation in here and smooth this down. Smooth that down also. That's way too intense. That's still way too intense. Smooth this down. Okay. Smooth all of this down a bit more. Create an indentation around here. Smooth this down. Create another indentation around here. Smooth this down. This I'll need to smooth down a bit more and put this around here. And somewhere around here should be fine. Smooth this side. Okay. Smooth this side. Use the clay build-up brush to build something on here. Smooth that down. Smooth this down. All right. Let's get some more shape around here and smooth that down. Okay. It's looking good. Get an indentation around here that goes all the way down. Smooth this down. Like so. Let's get two for a front view for this. So actually there's an issue that we need to fix in here. So I'm going to fill this part up some more and smooth this down. We need to get an indentation in the middle. So I'm going to use the standard brush instead to do that. No. Make sure lazy mouse turn this off. Let's create an indentation around here. It's not looking correct yet. Why? Because it needs to come across like this, then another one like so. Now smooth this down. Okay. Let me undo that. Okay. I think the way this time is being twisted, I'm doing some things wrongly, but I think I'm getting a better idea on how to do this properly now. So I'm just going to fix everything I didn't get right previously. So smooth this down. So we can isolate this now. This should work for the most part. Let's get a flat edge around here. Now smooth this down. Like so. What is the damn standard brush? Let's get a shape around here. To be a bone around. Let me see if I'm getting. Let me look for another arm that kind of help us give us a better idea on how to do that properly. Okay. Yeah, this is a good example in here. So we have an we have an indentation around here. I wasn't doing that correctly, so we have an indentation around here. So let's use the standard brush, holding alt. Let's do something around here like so. Let's go to the lower subdivision level and do that properly. Right. Okay. Let's come in here. Should be a knock. Should be some kind of knock poking out around here. So let's just no, let's go to one subdivision level higher and then let's do that. No, I'm not doing that correctly. No. Let me just use the move brush instead. I'm coming. Yeah, something like this.